It's gonna be a good day. Favorite song on replay.
What it do, everybody? This is your host, Slxck the Don, host of the Glorious Weekday podcast, also known as the People's Podcast. And today, I have a guest. Y'all heard her talk about Kit Kats and how she licks around all the edges and then eats it. I mean, if you do that, it's cool. That's on you. We ain't judging nobody. She is a great friend. She has been helping out with the podcast, getting some ideas and everything. So I do appreciate her. Y'all gonna hear a lot today, and she is definitely unfiltered. She's gonna say whatever is on her mind, and that's what we love on the podcast too. So I want to give it up to the beautiful, the energetic, the talkative Vero, man. You good? You good? You good? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You good?
What's up, Mickey? Thank you for having me. Thank you for bringing me on. Shout out to everybody out there watching and listening. As he said, I am Veronica. I go by Vero or Dose of Vero. And you ready to tune in? We ready to lock in?
Yes, ma'am. And tell the listeners a little bit about yourself too before we start.
I am a entrepreneur. I'm a digital marketing specialist. So anything that has to do with social media, graphics, flyers, promotions, content creation, creative directing, photography, videography, that is me. I am the media mogul. So that's just a little bit about me, but it's so much more.
Yeah, basically, she does everything, y'all. She does everything.
We got it.
Yeah.
We got it for sure.
Oh, most definitely. Definitely. And y'all know, before we start the podcast, we gotta play a little music before we get into it. Last week we took it to, Texas. I think this week we're gonna take it to Louisiana. We're gonna take it to where it all started on season 1. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Louisiana. Shout out to Grambling State University. Y'all already know.
GS.
You. I thought you knew. But yeah, we're gonna play. I'm gonna see what song we're gonna play today. I think we're gonna play. I thought about that song, but I'm gonna play something that's more up to date today. He had an album that came out. I haven't heard anyone talk about the album, which is so crazy. I'm gonna play "Click Up" by Fredo Bang. Yeah, and that was "Click Up" by Fredo Bang. If you know me, Fredo gonna always have songs in my playlist all the time. So, with that being said, we are going to go into the first segment, which is Slick Thought. Now, Vera, I got a quick question for you. Have you ever talked to like a group of friends or line brothers, line sisters, anytime in your life, like ever?
Somebody's line brother or line sister. Have I ever talked to basically somebody else's group?
Yeah, like 2 people on the same line, or 2 friends, they're in the same group.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No. Okay. So, with that being said, let's say you talk to one person, right? Mm-hmm. And the question is, if you talk to someone in the past, are their friends, line brothers, or line sisters off limits, even though they want you?
Specifically, the question is asking if they want you or whatever. Are they off limits? Yeah. I feel like it would depend on the relationship that I have with that person, or the relationship that I have with their friend. Also, and also the relationship they share. So I feel like it would depend on a lot of different factors. Because I feel like if it was it's just certain stuff you don't mess with. Like it's certain like boundaries or it's certain lines that you don't cross. Yeah. And I feel like that's like a blurred line for so many reasons.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I feel like, I know I say this a lot, but I always feel like it just depends because I forgot to tell y'all, Vero's part of Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, you know. So that's another person. Shout out to KP2. You was on episode 1. Shout out to you. I feel like it really just depends on that line. And why I say that is because there's some lines where the sisters aren't really close to one another. So you can't really be mad if somebody talks to that line, especially if it's quite a bit. No disrespect, you know. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. You already know. No, but I'm just saying, like, if it's quite a bit of them and then they don't really click together, you can't really be upset with a man or a woman for wanting to get at them. You know what I'm saying? But if they are cool, then I feel like it's a different situation then. Like if you talking to, like, let's say you talking to one line sister, but you know she's always clicked up with this other line sister. Like it's not cool to go and talk to that one. But let's say you talk to, but let's say you talk to one line sister and the other one, let's say they don't even talk much, or maybe they don't even like one another. Then it's like, okay. But I mean, I'm not advising anybody to talk to multiple line sisters or multiple line brothers, because at the end of the day, it usually doesn't work out, just letting you know. But I would definitely say, if you ever thought about it, just be cautious on, the relationship between the two. Because this, like I said, it's not even going just for line sisters. It's going for friend groups. It's also going for line brothers as well. Because you also could be trying to talk to two line brothers, and it might not go the way that you want it to go as well. So
yeah, I just think like it goes down to the principle of the situation. Like sometimes it can go a lot deeper than letters. It can go a lot deeper than, friendship and sisterhood. Like it can go a lot deeper than that. Mm-hmm. That's why I said it's just certain boundaries and certain lines that you don't cross. However, people are going to do, what they want to do. People will choose to see it however they see fit. Yeah. But I will say, if you're gonna talk to anybody, line sisters or line brothers, do it with your chest. Now,
that's true.
Hashtag do it with your chest.
Okay.
When I say do it with your chest, don't be around here sneaking and deaking and all that. Like, just be real with it. Like, this is what I'm doing. This is who I'm doing it with. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I feel like if you talk to one of my line sisters or whatever, and then you try to approach me or talk to me, I feel like it's only right that I wouldn't say you have to let her know, but I feel like given on y'all relationship, I just feel like it's a conversation that needs to be had. Like, I don't know, because I feel like it's going to come up regardless. Mm-hmm. And I also feel like you just have to always be honest. Like, don't try to lie and like, oh, yeah, y'all line sisters. Oh, I ain't even know. It's so many of y'all. And because you was definitely at the probate. You was liking the pictures on Instagram and Twitter. You at all the stroll offs, at every kickback. Like, you always see us together. Mm-hmm. So don't sit here and I ain't even know. I wouldn't even did that. But you did. That's the thing, though.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do it with your chest. That's all I have to say. Like, because at the end of the day, people going to do what they want to do and they going to justify how they want to justify it. So, yeah. But as for me and what I do, it's a no-go. And personally, it's not a good look. But, that's just the T on the T.
She preaching right now. She definitely preaching right now.
Do it with your chest.
She definitely making sense. Like, you do want to, if you're going to do that, you do want to do it with your chest, Be honest, let them know what it is, And then also in these situations, it also just depends on, like, let's say, for example, if a woman ended up taking out a line, like a guy out, like, they went on a date or something, right? But they didn't do anything else after that. They just went on a date. But then later on, she was more attracted or had a better connection with the line brother.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in that type of situation, it's not too bad because nothing really came from that. But if you had, like, let's say that first line brother, she had a mental, physical connection with, and then moved on to the other line brother, then I feel like it might be a little bit more problems then because it's a lot of history that comes with all of that too.
Yeah, that goes back to what I initially said in the beginning is it depends on the relationship that they have with that person. Because, you know, everybody has that one person that they may have been dating for 3 to 4 years. Some people, they may have known their significant other before they even came and crossed, you know what I'm saying, before they even came to college or whatever the case may be. So I just feel like that could be like super weird and like super like it could be seen a certain way because I would feel a certain type of way if like, you know, I've been venting to you and telling you about X, Y, and Z, and then you go behind. I mean, it just so happened that y'all have feelings for each other. Not to say that they can't happen, but it's gonna raise a couple of questions in my head. Like, this is what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just super weird energy. It's like sometimes I question what goes through their head because I'm like, why do you even want to like go through that? Like, out of all the people you can choose, you trying to choose somebody on my line. Like, it's not even that hard. Yeah. Like, it's so many options, but the fact that you're choosing to do this, that makes me question you. So it just that if you feel like it's gonna be like some weird stuff, then it's like, why even put yourself in a position to where now you gotta explain to this person and this person, and I gotta deal with her feelings and her emotions and Is it even worth it at that point? Like,
yeah, I feel that because my dad used to always tell me growing up too, like, it's too many women in this world to be messing with the same woman with like your brother or your friends, things like that. Like, because at the end of the day, even though let's say for example, if me and my line brother talk to the same girl, right? And I say he had her first, then she came my way, and we started building something on it. He might tell me, oh, you know what? We cool, we good, you know, just whatever. But really deep down, he probably did have feelings for her, like really strong feelings, and he hates that I'm with her. And now this causes problems in the future. So now you're trying to figure out why he mad at you out the blue, but really he mad at you because you used to talk to a girl that he really had his heart on, you know?
Yeah, that's why I say, like, why even, you know what I'm saying? Like, why even cross certain lines? Like, just don't, if you're going to do that, then just do it in the right way and just make sure at the end of the day you're being honest and not trying to like hide anything or be secretive. And it's not like you owe anybody anything, but I do feel like at the end of the day it saves a lot of extra drama and unnecessary conversations when you just straight up. So, and I respect you way more if you come to me first, because don't let it be a situation where we talking, we vibing, we chilling, we doing whatever, and then you tell me you got history with my line sister. Because how that work? How that work? You didn't think to mention it? You didn't think to mention it? Okay, cool. So now you're making an ass out of you and me.
Yeah. And
so
then,
at that point, give it up. Give it up.
Yeah, and then also on top of that, line brothers, line sisters, friends, they all talk. Eventually, if you don't say anything, it's going to come out.
It's going to come out whether you want it to or not. Like, it always, everything comes back around full circle. Yeah. And we know everything. Like, things are brought to us. We don't have to go and seek it. So, that being said, it's like anything you think that you know that you really don't.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know, we already said what we had to say. So, I think it's only right if we get some callers. So, I'm going to call my friend Essence. She was on season 1. So, I'm going to see what she got to say.
Hello.
E.
Hi.
What did it do? This your boy Slxck the Don, host of the Weekday podcast. You're on the podcast right now, so do not incriminate yourself.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, E?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm with my girl Vero right now. We over here talking about friends, line brothers, line sisters. And I was like, you know what? Let me call Essence. I got a question for her. So, with that being said, the question is, if you talk to someone in the past, are they friends, line brothers, and or line sisters off limits, even though they want you?
Yes, they are. They're off limits.
Okay, why you say that?
Because I just feel like, I mean, to each your own. We're all adults. You know how deep your situation is depends on what y'all had going and your understanding. But just on a personal side, I feel like you have to have some. Well, okay. In my sense, I feel like I would want someone to have loyalty to me, regardless of our situation. So I don't want you messing with my people, so I won't mess with yours.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Vero.
It's a loyalty aspect.
She over look like saying, preach.
Yes.
No,
yes.
for real.
Absolutely.
For real.
Yeah, because, I mean, I think I'm on both sides of the situation. I'm not saying someone should talk to line sisters because I'm not going to do it because I feel like that's just too much. That's too much of a headache waiting to happen. Yeah. But I can see, like, for example, if the two line sisters aren't like, they're not really close to one another or, they don't even know one another, then you can't really be upset with that guy or girl that decides to go with that line sister or that line brother, But it also depends on the history behind the first one. Because if the history is behind, like, they were dating or they were very connected to each other emotionally, physically, sexually, all these other things, then yeah, it's gonna probably be a problem at the end of the day. You're gonna cause like some fights or maybe things even worse. So I feel like it just depends on, I guess, the situation per se. But I see what y'all saying where it's like it's never okay. But I could also see where there's some situations where it might be okay, but it just depends.
I feel like the only situation in which that could even almost be justifiable is if that person ended up was like actually the love of your life. Like y'all was supposed to be married and have kids, and the situation before really wasn't that, and this person was that. But even then, like, that is messy. And I know too many situations in which even when the lines were cool 40 plus, it got messy and they didn't know each other. That's just messy. That's just too much drama.
Yeah. Irrespective of how close they are or how close they aren't or anything like that, I just feel like it goes back to like a respect thing. So I just wouldn't even, because it just turns out bad. Like either way it goes, it turns out bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. It's just messy. I won't say. Let me ask you guys this: would you say that men or women are more likely to be on that, like trying to mess with multiple? Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, that's what I'm asking.
I'm gonna let you answer that one first.
You gonna let me answer first? Because I feel like there are some people. Like we talking about like the Greek word, because we also got to think about like people that aren't Greek when they're friends and stuff. I feel like for the most part, you have some that's what they want to do. They want to go through the whole entire line, things like that. Yeah, you have some of those, but you also have some where it's like I'm not trying to. It just so happens that I have a connection with someone else that happens to be in your organization or on the same line that you were on. Or you got the same friend, because sometimes you can mess with like a woman that's Greek, but she has a friend that's non-Greek, but just so happen that they're friends, and you might not even know that they were friends until later on. And you're like, oh, they're friends, but I have a connection with this other person now too. So I feel like it really just depends on that person all the time. I know I say this a lot. I keep repeating it, but that's really what it is. Like, I can't really say, because it's all about the person's mentality too. Because some people, they might do it and they're not doing it to intentionally hurt somebody. It's just because they really want love, and that other person might be that person for them, and they don't want to say what if. You know? But then you got some people, they be like, oh nah, I'm trying to go through them. It's whatever. Just like recently, I saw a video on Instagram when this one girl was talking about posing like the guy posing like some of my bodies.
I seen that.
Yeah, and she posed as two newts, and both the newts was on the same line. So, you know,
Ooh.
I mean, but she was honest, just like you were saying earlier. You know, you want to at least be honest with, you know,
she did it with her chest.
She did it with her chest.
Like,
so
yeah. Everybody kikied about it.
Yeah. My thing about stuff like that though is it's also a thing of like, do people know? Like, if everyone's aware, that's, you know, you're grown, but like, really, like, are we really thinking about people's feelings in situations like that? Like that, that can get like really just hurtful.
Yeah, I would say usually lying brothers usually already know, because we kind of you already kind of talk and say like what woman that you want to be with and what woman you don't want to be with, things like that. You kind of already know. Like, I'm gonna tell my mom, brother, if there's somebody I'm really feeling, I'm gonna let them know, like, hey, this one right here, I'm trying to see what's up with, you know, that's off limits. So they kind of already know. In those situations, sometimes those two lying brothers probably don't care. I think the only reason they would care is if one of them dated the other, and then the other brother just decided, hey, I don't care, I'm gonna still go and try to date her too, or whatever, or see what's up with her. And then I think that's when it starts getting messy in that situation. Now, lying sisters, I don't know.
It's completely different.
It's different.
It's completely different. Because with girls, you know, it goes back to like emotions. Like, we're very emotion driven, and we'll start feeling like, oh, so you talk to him out of spite, or like, how did this even come about? Like, it's so much deeper than like, because I feel like for guys and their line brothers, you're kind of describing it as like it's free game, or it's not. And it's like for women, it's not like that. It's not about, it's free game, or girl, I don't want him. It's never like, the conversation don't ever really kind of be like that for women. It's just we find out, it's like, oh, you was low key talking to her, or you was vibing with her. Like, what was it? Like, was it more than that, or like how many times, or like, like, are you feeling her, or like, so what are we like? It's deeper for girls and for women and for line sisters. So that situation is a lot.
Yeah, it just feels like, I don't know, people be competitive, and like when it gets down to being competitive and going after the same person and anything of that nature, that sounds like drama, and I don't do drama. It's not like drama
at all.
That's another thing too. When I say I wouldn't recommend going for like line brothers, line sisters, or close friends, things like that, because usually it never ends well. I mean, you might be some stories out there where it probably did end well, but for the most part, not really. At the end of the day, you're gonna fall out with somebody, or you're gonna probably lose both people in the midst of this on top of that. So but
I agree.
Yeah, E, that's all I had for you. You know, you want to shout anything out before you go?
No, and thank you for having me on this messy question.
Anytime. Why you gotta be a messy question?
I mean,
this is messy. We're all Greek, and we've all seen a lot of things. This is messy.
Yeah, you know, since we talking about Greek, you know, shout out to Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. You know,
hey, speak on it.
But no, y'all gonna hear a lot from E in the future. You know, y'all gonna hear more from her in the future. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But all right, Essence, I'm gonna talk to you later, all right?
Thank you. It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, E.
Have a good night. Enjoy your rest of your show. Bye.
All right. Okay, that was cool. I didn't think this question will be considered like messy at all. I thought it was just a simple question.
Nah, it ain't, because it's a lot of this going on.
Yeah.
And it reveals the true, you know.
Yeah. So, I feel like, I don't know, because I've never been in this situation where if like me and my line brother tried to talk to the same girl, wanted to be with the same woman. I mean, I think that's why it's a little different, because it's like I never did that. And then all the time, if I talk to somebody that was Greek, a lot of times I'm not trying to talk to their line sister just because I know 9 times out of 10 they know one another, or I just know already. Oh yeah, something bad is gonna come from this.
It always is. Like nothing good can come from that. Like,
yeah. But I also have heard women say before too, don't stop. You might be stopping your blessing if you don't go for the other one. I've heard some. They was Greek too. That said it. If anyone heard season 1, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah. But nah, you know what?
Sigh.
So you got 2 women that said something about it. I think it's only right that we ask a guy. So I am going to call one of my pro fights. Shout out to Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit up my brother Tykel. I'm gonna see what he got to say.
Yo.
Tykel.
Yes, sir.
What it do, man? This your boy Slxck the Don, host of the Glorious Weekday podcast. You're on a podcast right now, so do not incriminate yourself.
I don't give a shit. No, okay.
How you doing, bro?
Chilling, man.
That's good.
Chilling.
So I had a question for you, man. I'm with my girl Vero right now, right? And we was talking about line brothers, line sisters, friends, things like that. And my question is, if you talk to someone in the past, are they friends, line brothers, and or line sisters off limits, even though they want you?
In my opinion, no.
Okay. Now, why you say that?
Well, because at the end of the day, people are trying to find, I guess, love from somebody else. So, in my opinion, it'll kind of be selfish of that person to deny that, to deny people trying to find love in somebody else, regardless of, you trying to, basically holding on to the fact that that's somebody you used to talk to. It's like a sense of ownership that you have on that person, and you're denying that person ownership. Well, you're denying that person because of the fact that y'all used to talk before, and it's like some kind of ownership. So it's like, therefore negating the fact that none of your people could talk to that person because, you used to talk to that person.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's I don't know. It's like possession. Like you don't want to give somebody else your toy or something like that because it's your toy, and it's like you just not letting nobody else play with your toy. It's something like that.
Okay.
In that realm.
All right, Vero, she been doing a lot of facial expressions, so I'm trying to see what she's got to say.
Cause at first, like you had me at first with the ownership. You had me at that. That was one thing. Cause I didn't think about it in that perspective at first. But then it was just kind of like, well, what if, what if it's not like a selfish thing and it's not about ownership? It's more just like the principle and the respect factor behind it.
Well, I mean, if it's a respect factor, I mean, out of respect, I mean, you might, if you know somebody you're talking to wants to date somebody you used to talk to, you might as well tell your friend that you want to talk to that person. So it's more so out of respect for, I guess, your friend if they want to talk to somebody you used to want to talk to. Just letting you know that they're interested in somebody you used to talk to. So that respect comes from them telling you.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
Now, if you deny that friend that you don't want them talking to that, then that's kind of on you because it's like I used to talk to this person and I don't want you talking to them, even though y'all could have something good going on.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And that's what I was saying earlier about like if you're gonna do that, then do it with your chest and basically just saying like to be honest and have that communication. So if you are honest and you do say that up front and not let it down the line, then okay, that's where I can have that respect for you. But if it's the other way around,
I'm not gonna lie, it would be kind of weird as fuck if you used to talk to or whatever the case may be, and your friend just start dating out of nowhere, and it's just like, okay, well, I mean, damn, y'all wasn't gonna tell me,
right? Yeah, and my thing is, it's like, give me the opportunity to like I guess like not make that decision, but give me like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I feel like if you withhold that from me, then
especially
it's
if y'all
just,
close.
yeah, like it's just kind of like wrong. Like let me know, put it all out there, and then I can decide how I want to move with you going forward or whatever. Like if we still cool, because some people if they date, they still be cool or whatever. Like I can decide how we can move forward or whatever, or I can feel however I'm gonna feel. I can process that. However, like I said, if it's the other way around and you doing what you're doing and you're not saying nothing, I feel like you don't respect me. You don't even respect my line sister or whoever it is because of what you're doing. Like it's much deeper to me in that aspect.
Yeah.
Basically, you saying that if they don't say anything, they're kind of taking away your choice.
Yeah. Well, essentially, but at the same
essentially,
time, it's
but
like,
no.
but at the same time, people are going to do what they want to do regardless.
Yes,
Yeah.
But
that too.
it all comes down to letting the person know, especially if that's your friend.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, for
if
sure.
I wanted to date my bro's ex girl, which I wouldn't do it anyways. But if I wanted to, I'll let him know that this might happen. And if you don't want to fuck with me on that, I mean that's on him.
Yeah.
But
at least you let him know. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that shows your loyalty to him.
Yeah. So and within letting him know, now it would be just be weird as hell if I just started dating her out of nowhere and then he's like, bro, what the fuck? But like, it would be weird for him, his part after I told him, and he's just like, nah, bro, you can't do that because I used to talk to her. And then it's like, that's where I talked about, like a sense of ownership or some shit like that. Then that's just on him.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But that's also what
it's
we
like
said.
It's like with the old Marion and Lil Fizz, like, that whole situation was just But it's just like I'm with Omarion. It's just like he's like, bro, I mean, it is what it is. Like in that situation, Lil Fizz was messed up for not even telling Omarion the whole situation. But then again, it's just like they wasn't really that cool at the time anyway. So
yeah. I mean, that's what I was saying earlier when I say when it comes down to like line brothers, 9 out of 10, we're gonna talk and kind of tell you. But Vero was just saying, like, really, it's kind of different with line sisters. Like, you don't really know per se, because I guess the communication, the talking, just not there.
Honestly, like, you can't even make a decision as to if you can't say in your mind, like, oh, if you can't say like they not that close or whatever the case may be, because that's not really like you don't really know, like depending on like what you see versus what like actually goes on. Because I could like be hanging with like hella of my line sisters, like, but you don't always see us out in public because let's just say one of my line sisters may not stay on campus. But I'm close to her. Like I'm close to her. We talk on the phone, we on FaceTime, doing stuff on the weekend. So you can't really use one of like if they're not really that close type thing, because it's like you just never know. And then it's like, why would you even want to enter yourself into something else? Like, is that even what you're trying to do? Like, why are we even trying to do that? Like, it goes back down to the whole principle of the situation to me.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, people just got to talk that shit out.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
Yeah.
That's basically what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever doesn't like it, I mean, it is what it is. You may not want to fuck with that person after the fact, or you might be cool with it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But me personally, I wouldn't. I'll just be like, hey, go ahead, bro, do you. But that's just me.
Okay. Well, Takel, that's all I have for you, man. Thank you. You want to shout anything out before you go?
No, I ain't got you to shout out, bro.
Okay. I guess nobody got nothing to shout out today. But nah, you cool with me dropping your socials and everything?
Yeah, you can drop them.
All right, baby.
I don't got Instagram any goddamn way. I ain't big on social media like that any motherfucker.
I got you, bro. But I'm gonna talk to you later, all right?
All right, bet.
All right, bro.
Peace.
Peace. Okay, that was interesting.
Very interesting. I like his perspective on things, though.
Yeah.
Even though it's like you had me, but you lost me.
So basically, what you
at
said,
first, but
basically,
I heard him. I had to hear him out.
This is what you're saying.
Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not gonna lie. They had us. We weren't defeated, but they had us.
That's basically what you're saying.
Basically.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to Essence and shout out to Tykel because by the sound of it, from what most people said, by the sound of it, really, just don't do it. That's what it kind of sounds like to me. Just
or if you're gonna do it with your chest, hashtag do it with your chest.
Yeah.
Like we're not letting that hashtag go. If you're gonna do it, stand on that. Don't be lying, sneaking, and deaking.
Yeah.
Do that goes for line sisters, that go for line brothers, friends. Whatever you're gonna do, let's just put it all out on the table. Just put it out all on the table, and that way you can't say, "Well, you didn't know, or you didn't."
Yeah.
I already said it. I put it out there. Like, this is what I'm doing. This is what's about to happen. And that way, I wouldn't say you went to clear because but you just kind of let things unfold how they're gonna unfold after that point.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I got you. But we're done with this segment. We're gonna go to the next segment. We're gonna go to the next segment, which is Tell Me Why. Alright. So, Vero, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Tell me why people can't stand their exes.
Tell me why people can't stand their ex.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because their dealings with them. You know what I'm saying? It'd be that, like, just like the history behind the whole relationship, or just that individual. Like when you actually see the grand scheme of things and what that individual really is. Because sometimes when you take a step back and y'all out of it, then you notice, you can see things clearer.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's probably why, in my opinion. But or it could be just like how they be moving after the fact. Y'all done, because it was like you was just doing this a couple hours ago or yesterday.
Yeah.
And then now you flip the script, so it makes me see you completely different.
Okay, I got you. So the reason I asked you that question, because a bride and a groom are jailed for trying to run over an ex.
Where's that at? Please don't say Houston.
I'm gonna read more.
Please don't say Houston.
A newlywed couple spends first night in separate cells. Okay, so a pair of newlyweds spent their first night as husband and wife in separate jail cells after allegedly attempting to run over the groom's ex-girlfriend and her son. Police say they found the couple and their would-be victims in a restaurant parking lot. The couple was drunk, saying they'll split a bottle of champagne after the wedding. Later, as they were driving through the lot, they spotted the woman. Okay. According to the woman, the pair first drove by yelling sexually charged insults at her, then ran the car straight at her, so that she had to jump out of the way. They then threw it in reverse and smashed it back into a fence. The bride, Marissa Putinano King, she was 22, was driving, and has been charged, among other things, with assault and battery with a dangerous weapon, which is the car. All right. The husband, Timothy King, 37, was charged with disorderly conduct. King is a registered sex offender as well.
So he shouldn't have been near children.
He shouldn't have been near children.
Yeah.
They tried to run over his ex-girlfriend as well as his son.
However, we only hear one part of the story. You have no intel of what that ex has been doing or had been doing to them. So it's like I can't even speak on that.
But at the same time, what made you just say out the blue that I'm just gonna just go on and run them over? Like they said,
that's what I'm saying. You don't know what led up to this. You don't have all the facts. If you had all the facts, then you could say that. But if I don't got all the facts, because I ain't gonna say she may have deserved it.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah, you just heard the thunder just a while ago. But no, I don't know. I just feel like I think there never should be a time where you just feel like I gotta run someone over in my car. Like that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Where is there ever a time where it's like I need to run someone over?
To run over my ex,
and not only my ex, her son at that.
Yeah, the son. Leave the kids out of it, y'all. Like,
yes,
honestly, leave the kids out.
And then not only that, they drove and tried to hit her. She jumped out the way, and then they put it in reverse. So they thought about it.
But who's to say a couple of days before that she didn't try to do that to them for just trying to get married? Like, that's what I'm saying. You don't know. Like, news stories are persuasive and they're only meant to be, one way. So you don't know what that ex or the son could be something trifling as hell too. And who knows? I mean, we all don't know.
Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not going to lie. They had us. We weren't defeated, but they had us.
You had me in the first half at first, but then you started bringing up the son and maybe the son.
Kids are trifling too. Kids be the main factor. Yeah, mama, you want me to do that? Okay. You don't know what they kid did. I am not endorsing nobody's skirt get rent over. I'm not endorsing anybody backing over anybody. I'm just saying that you never know what that person tried to do to deserve that. Just saying. I'm just being
honest.
Just saying. Because it's easy to feel that way until you know everything that transpired. Because that ex could have been letting her make it for years. She could have been coming up to the bride's job and like trying to do stuff to her, trying to get her fired, and like doing stuff to the husband, and like doing all types of crazy stuff. Like they make what if they try to get pregnant and have a child and she did something to where they lost a child and she caused the bride strip, and then they you know what, finally, boom, I'm finna run you over. Like, that could be the whole scenario behind it, but we will never know. Like, we will have to find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, you should never want to run anybody over. I mean, that should not be an option for you.
Okay.
Like, if you just do that, then
okay, but what if none of those things even happen? Like,
if none of those things happen, then you're just crazy. It's simple.
Yeah.
But everybody, 9 times out of 10, in the reality of things, some people, it's a reaction to every action.
Yeah.
Cause and effect. So very rarely do somebody just let me go catch a charge for killing you.
It depends on where they from, because they didn't say where they was from.
I mean, yeah, it does depend on where you're from, but nobody's about to be out here like that. Like, I mean, well, in this day and age, you never know. Mm-hmm. It's 2021. It gets spooky out here.
Yeah.
So you never know.
But I mean, you do have a good point, though. They still gonna be in this, but you still have a good point on why, I can understand if they probably thought that because this woman probably was threatening them or doing all this other stuff in the past, and then they did it. Not saying that it's right, but I understand where you're coming from in this situation. I understand, but
you just never know. Yeah,
so I think her name was Marissa. So to Marissa, Timothy,
she's the donkey of the day.
Y'all tweak it, man. Y'all tweak it, in my opinion. But with that being said, we're gonna go on and go to the next segment of the podcast. One of my favorite segments, which is Black Excellence. All right, y'all. We are in the next segment of the podcast, which is Black Excellence. And for this one, it's gonna go to multiple people for me. Vero, I don't know if you have a Black Excellence at all, but I'm going to give it to all the Black college students. I'm gonna give it to all y'all. Y'all just started going back to school and everything. And on top of that, y'all going back to school during a pandemic still. Y'all still trying to get that degree. So really shout out to y'all, man, because I just know how that feeling was. It's stressful, man. It's stressful. I think it's more stressful during the pandemic than it was before the pandemic. Because it's like, okay, you have these online classes. then on top of that, you still can't go out and do whatever. Your mental isn't all the way there because you can't really just truly have fun. It's just all school.
Right.
So the fact being y'all are still able to do that, and continue to go to school and get your grades right and trying to graduate. Listen, all love to y'all, all love. And I definitely want to say shout out to y'all. Good job. Keep doing what y'all doing. 4.0s. That's the goal, y'all. Let's go. I mean, I still want y'all to have fun too, but you remember education as well, but definitely have fun too though, because y'all definitely deserve it, especially the class of 24, class 25. Y'all definitely, because even class 24 especially, because y'all didn't even get a chance to have an experience, like an actual college experience, because y'all came in right when the pandemic really was like heavy. So it's like, okay, you couldn't do anything. So I definitely want to say, I hope y'all have a great time, man. I hope y'all have a great semester, great school year. And yeah, I just want to give that to y'all. And Vero, you have anything for anyone?
I would just like to give a Black excellence shout out to a good friend of mine. She's also my big sister. Her name is Kayla Zhane. Y'all can find her on Instagram at zhanecreates, and it's spelled ZHANE creates. She is a mentor, an entrepreneur. She has her own plus size brand. She is also a HBCU grad.
Hey.
Shout out to Prairie View A&M University.
Shout out to them.
Prairie View produces productive people, and that is exactly what Kayla is. She also has a YouTube channel. Y'all can find my girl on YouTube, on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just all around a good person, very positive vibes, and she's just very inspiring in a lot of different aspects. So it's my Black excellence.
Oh, that's what we like to hear. That's a great thing, and definitely y'all support her YouTube channel, man, for sure. We're gonna put that in the description and everything. Definitely check her out. I'm even check her out. Subscribe to it. Like, what else she talks about on her YouTube channel?
Just like personal life, things like spirituality, growth, relationships, careers. Just also just being your authentic self. Like you can feel Kayla's energy throughout everything that she does. She's very passionate and she's a self-care advocate. Okay. So I definitely look at her and I look at her page and I'm like, man, like if Kayla can do this and this and this, I can do that too. You know what I'm saying? Like she has a really good perspective on things. And like I said, her energy is so radiant. Like,
nah, that's what we like to hear. I gotta give y'all hand claps for that one. Yeah, that's great, man. That's great. I'm definitely gonna follow her, subscribe to her YouTube channel because I definitely like to look.
I gotta check her out.
I like watching different YouTubers, and having a list of different people I could just watch. And the things you just said, though, is definitely some things that I like to watch and listen to. So definitely. So that's all we have for Black excellence. And we're about to get to our last segment, one of the funnier segments, because that's when people show their true colors. That is song association. All right, y'all, we're in the last segment of the podcast, one of the funnier segments, which is song association. And in this segment, I will be giving Vero 15 words. She must sing or rap a song with that word in it within 15 seconds. All right, Sora came in here. She did pretty well.
Okay.
She got 12 out of 15.
As she should.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 that she didn't get, I was wondering why she didn't get them. But, she got self-centered. She got that word. So, she got self-centered.
It's in a song.
I'm going to play that. I'm going to do like a little flashback.
Because...
Oh, this girl about to sing.
I just came up in it a little bit self-centered, but it's I to the queen, Alexander McQueen, got the wrist on glow, bottles is on pole, got that shimmy, yeah. What the I look like? I run this town. That was my verse, yeah. It's a no for me.
Yeah, it was in a Nicki song. She rapped it and everything. She went hard on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
shout out to you, Sora. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Vero, you ready? In order to consider passing, you need at least 10 out of 15. That's what we consider as passing.
Not that's the syllabus.
Yeah, but
not that's the grading scale.
But to stay in contention for the $20 at the end of the season, you need at least 12 out of 15.
Never knew there was money involved.
Yeah, there's money involved. Now, if you get 15 out of 15, I will be cash apping you $20.
If I get 15 out of 15?
Yep, you get $20 right now, and you'll get $20. Well, potential $20 at the end.
It's giving scam because he didn't already he like, oh, I'm gonna put like 5 in it. I know she ain't gonna get.
No,
yeah,
it usually might be like maybe one she might not get, but we're gonna see.
Scam. Okay.
Nah. So, first word is flood.
Open the floodgates of heaven. Sing it with me. Let it rain. And that's it.
I think you can do it again. Yes, sir. Okay. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you that check. Check it. Boom. Okay. Your next word is jump. Jump. 5 seconds. Time's up. I was thinking of jump. The whole what they call it? Crisscross?
Oh.
Listen, you can get old songs, new songs.
Like no.
Niggas are no. She didn't get that one. But you're still in contention.
Let's run it up.
Your next word is wipe.
Cause I'm old, wipe me. Wipe me next.
Listen, if you part of the D9, you already know. If white comes on, you gonna know. Wipe me down all the way. Okay. Yeah. Let me give you a check on that one. Your next word is sweater.
And if we paint a perfect picture, we can make it last forever. You're the only one I want to wear my orange sweater. I told you I am down for the worse or the better, but I keep sticking to you because them 4 stupid letters.
Okay. I was thinking of SpongeBob. The best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time.
But no, that was Cash Page Love Song. That's my favorite song. And just a fun fact, Cash Page is my favorite artist. Okay. I actually just met her 2 weeks ago.
All right. Hey, shout out to her.
Yes, I did meet Cash Page. And fun fact, I was in her header. But yeah, I was in her header on Twitter.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, so I changed her to my header at first. Like a picture of me and her, and then she changed her header to me and her.
Shout out to her. Hopefully she listens to the podcast when it's on YouTube and everything.
Shout out to her.
You can hear that. Yeah. But let me see. Next word is black. Black.
Come on, man. Give me a hint, man. Black.
5 seconds.
What?
Time's up.
Black.
Black, yeah. You don't know new songs with black in it?
Black and yellow.
Yeah, black and yellow.
I'm black. You know, it's a song that
listen, you got James Brown, Say It Loud, I'm black and I'm proud.
My mind be drunk. Okay, because I'm just so used to. I'm thinking about. I don't know what my mindset is like in current mode. It's not thinking like wide variety.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Your next word is drop.
Drop it like a side, drop it like a side, drop it like a side.
Why you do your hair like that? Do that again. Okay.
Drop it like that. That's all I got.
All right. Your next word is name.
Say my name, say my name.
Why does everyone always say it?
Because everybody knows that Beyonce reference. If you don't know that Beyonce
I know
reference,
we do.
You're done.
But
you have to say it like that. You can't say it any other way. You have to say it because that's my cousin. Yeah.
I be thinking y'all gonna actually sing the song. But listen,
No.
I got you. All right. Yeah, check on that one. Your next word is back.
Girl, you look good. Want you back the thing up. You're fine. Want you back that thing up. Shout out to Alpha Theta.
I already knew that was like a given.
The audacious Alpha Theta.
Shout out to y'all. I'll give y'all a gunshot.
Period.
Okay.
Period.
All right. Check on that one too. Your next word is bed.
I'ma put you to bed. No, I'ma tell you what love is like.
Speaking to the mic.
I'ma put you to bed.
Okay. All right.
Jay Holiday, shout out to him. Don't know where you are, but when we find you.
He probably somewhere like where Bobby Valentino is.
Hey, we all was somewhere in like, what grade was we in when that song came out?
Bed. I think I was.
We was young.
8.
We was singing that song like we was gonna put somebody to bed.
Yeah, I think I was like 8.
And we was just going to bed, like night, like get ready for school in the morning, like yeah.
Your next word is hot. Hot.
I feel like it's something, but I just can't think of it right now.
Time's up. It's getting hot in here.
I can't think. I really like my mind is stunned right now. And I knew this was gonna happen because it's like I'm overthinking it. Like I'm already trying to put songs in my head before you even come up with the next word.
Yeah. Your next word is big.
My God, it's big, so strong, so mighty.
Okay.
It just came to my song.
It
just came to me because popular song.
Got you.
What was you gonna say?
No, I'm not gonna say. Because listen, my parents are very spiritual, religious. Like they love they would have loved the song you was thinking of. I was thinking of "Sure They Got a Big Old Butt."
Oh.
But we're gonna go with yours though. We're gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
But your next word is talk.
If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and freeze it. Go ahead. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. You're doing pretty well. Let me
Shout
see.
out to Fantasia.
Let me see how many.
She was supposed to be playing Aretha, but we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave you alone. We're gonna let you make it. But Aretha said she wanted Fantasia, not you. But anyway, fun fact.
Anyways, let me see how many we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9. You have 3 left. You can still stay in contention for the 20 at the end if you get these last.
And where's
3.
your fake timer coming from?
It's my fake timer.
Yeah, because you'd be like, time's up. Where it ain't
The timer be on my phone,
you
man.
don't even have like the little what's the little thing you flip over like when you're playing what's the thing called? With the sand. The stuff with the sand in it. If you flip it. What is that thing called?
Something like an hourglass.
Exactly. Where is it? Because I can see my time running out, but he just making up a time. Anyway.
Nah, it'd be a timer on here. I'm gonna
timer on that phone, but okay.
Okay, you want me to start letting it just ring then? I just stop it right when
No. Very good.
Your next word is die.
You gonna die about it. Show me how you coming. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, hey. Listen, you went to Grambling State University and like I'm gonna say fall 16, spring 17, you definitely know all the lyrics to that song.
Every word for word.
Yes.
That's why I had to just cut it
Yep.
off.
All
But
right.
you know, if you know, you know.
Yep. Your next word is brother.
I love my brother. My brother. We young. Yeah. That's the T on the team.
Shout out to Coy Leray, man.
Shout out to Coy. I really just love her. Like, she is who she is. Give my girl, you know, no more parties. She said no more parties.
Yeah, I mean, she got some good songs, but that XXL definitely surprised me. Not in the best way, but it surprised me. Definitely surprised me.
It did.
If you know, you know.
It definitely shocked me. Like, I'm a huge Coy Leray fan. Like, she's definitely on my summer 21 playlist.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of Coy songs, and people be surprised that I really be knowing her songs. But
Yeah. All right, Vero, this is your last one. You get this, you're still in contention. You get 12 out of 15. Your word is high. And when I say high, I mean HIGH.
I'm so high, even when I coming down. Just smell a girl, say she from the H-Town. Say my name is Vero, and ain't nobody realer. Cup inside the cup, ghost face killer. Got these rappers going crazy. I'm the man. Sent your girl a message, say I see you when I can. Just send me one back, but I ain't never read it. That's it. You need to know that song. If you don't...
Oh no!
Shout out to Drake, even though he's from Canada, but his second home is Houston, Texas.
Yeah, that's a good. No, that's definitely a good song.
Always repping the H. He gonna forever rep the H. Period.
I mean, Drake reps everything. We're gonna be real. He reps the H. He reps Tennessee, Atlanta.
But he has a whole week dedicated to him in Houston.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would too if I put like strippers' jerseys in the rafters.
Huh?
Oh, you didn't know about that? Like in one of the like a while back, like years back, he had like all his favorite strippers from Houston, and he had like jerseys put in the rafters with their names on the back of it.
Yeah, never.
You know
Never
what?
have I ever.
Yeah, so yeah.
Drake is my guy. Like any song, like anything Drake, that's my guy.
Okay,
Period.
so Vero got 12 out of 15. I wonder if we're gonna get a lot of 12 out of 15 this month. We're gonna see, because we had a lot of 9 out of 10s last time, so I'm trying to see. I'm hoping somebody comes in, either does words or does better. I don't want everybody having 12 out of 15, because it's like, okay, what else can I do to fix this situation? But yeah, that's all we have for this segment, and it's time to close this thing out. All right, y'all, we're at the end of the podcast. Vero, I just want to thank you for coming on and giving a lot of great content to the podcast, you know, and then going all out on the Song Association too, and the Tell Me Why segment. I really do want to say thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Anytime. You want to shout anything out before you go?
I do want to shout out the Grambling State University because, you know, that's where we met.
Mm-hmm.
And Gram Fam, y'all, we are global. Like, we're all over. And I just love being able to do things like this with people that I've met at Grambling. Like, our potential is limitless.
Yeah.
So, yeah, shout out to Grambling State University.
Yes, ma'am. You know, and also shout out to my callers. Shout out to Essence. Shout out to Tykel for coming on and adding more to the conversation. Shout out to everyone that we consider Black Excellence today. Shout out to them. Shout out to God, you know, for letting us be here and be able to create this content for you guys. Shout out to my mom and my pops for believing in this whole dream, and also everyone that's in my circle, my family, friends, my line brothers, line sisters, my organization, all the Greeks out there. Shout out to all y'all. It's all love, and I just want to appreciate y'all. Shout out to my first time listeners. Shout out to my last time listeners. Maybe you listen to this and you like, okay, maybe they doing too much. Maybe this is too long, or maybe you just really don't like us. I just want to say thank y'all for giving me an opportunity to be heard. You know, this is your boy Slxck the Don, host of the Glorious Weekday podcast, also known as the People's Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, review, rate, tell a friend to tell a friend. And I'll see y'all in the next episode.
It's gonna be a good day. Favorite song on replay. Good vibes on the weekend. Good vibes on the weekday. Yeah. Can't just talk, you gotta show me. Chillin' with my cousins and my brody. Boy, go chase them dreams is what they told me. I can't let these haters come and for me.